Barcelona's summer transfer chaos is getting crazier. With a move for Julian Alvarez becoming almost impossible, Barca have now opened first contacts with Inter Milan superstar Lautaro Martinez as Hansi Flick searches for the club's next elite striker. But with Inter refusing to let their captain go easily, the deal could become one of the biggest transfer sagas of the summer. Meanwhile, shocking reports claim that Jose Mourinho wants Marcus Rashford at Real Madrid if he returns to the Spanish Giants next season. The Portuguese coach reportedly sees the Manchester United forward as the perfect addition to his squad, a move that could also hurt Barcelona in the process. And that's not all. Hansi Flick has reportedly been impressed by former Barca winger Ez Abd after his performance with Real Betis, opening the door to a sensational return to Camp Nou. Massive transfer drama, surprise targets, and huge decisions are now shaking Barcelona ahead of the new season. Barcelona established first contacts with Serie A goal machine over potential transfer. With a move for Julian Alvarez of Atletico Madrid almost ruled out, FC Barcelona are exploring other options on the market in their search for a new center-forward. João Pedro of Chelsea has emerged as the new #1 target, but a move for the Brazilian international will not be easy either. As such, some other alternatives are also being considered by the newly crowned La Liga champions, one of whom happens to be Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan. First contacts made. Indeed, according to Eldesmark, Barcelona are very interested in Lautaro Martinez, and in recent hours have contacted people close to the player to understand the conditions that Inter Milan could demand for his departure. The report further states that both parties agreed to remain in communication. The 2022 World Cup winning forward is highly regarded by coach Hansi Flick, who has put forth his name as an alternative for Julian Alvarez. As per the report, Lautaro was very close to signing for Barcelona in June 2020. The Catalan club had reached a full agreement with the player for 5 years and a salary of €12 million per season to replace Luis Suarez. But the transfer collapsed due to financial problems. Lautaro's exit from Inter difficult. However, Inter Milan consider Martinez indispensable, which would make any move difficult. He is one of the most prominent figures in the team and also the club captain. In August 2024, he signed a 6-year extension, becoming the highest-paid player in Serie A with a net salary close to €9 million per season plus bonuses. Considering that the Nerazzurri have set a high valuation for another Barca target, Alessandro Bottoni, they would also demand a huge fee for Lautaro as well, in the off chance that they do consider a sale. Jose Mourinho wants to sign Barcelona forward for Real Madrid, report. It is still not official, but it is an open secret that Jose Mourinho will return to Real Madrid to manage the team next season. He is the club president Florentino Perez's chosen option after a trophyless campaign. The Portuguese coach is expected to arrive at Real Madrid with a list of requests and changes for the squad, including both departures and new signings. Mourinho wants Marcus Rashford at Real Madrid. And according to the independent Hat Tip Sport, one of the players Mourinho likes and would want at his new Real Madrid team is winger Marcus Rashford, who is on loan at Barcelona from Manchester United. Real Madrid already have Vinicius Jr. as their starter on the left flank, with the likes of Rodrigo Goes and Brahim Diaz being alternatives. However, Mourinho knows Rashford very well, having coached him at Manchester United, and believes he would be a strong addition to a squad he wants to be deep, competitive and fully covered in every position. In addition, such a move would also be a way to put pressure on Barcelona, something that has often been part of Mourinho's approach, as seen during his previous spell at Real Madrid when he went up against Pep Guardiola. Rashford wants Barcelona stay. However, Mourinho would still need the player's approval because at this moment, Rashford only has one thing in mind: staying at Barcelona. "I don't know if I'm going to stay. I am not a magician, but if I were, I'd stay, so we will see," he had said after El Clasico earlier this month. The English forward already made a financial sacrifice last summer to wear the Blaugrana shirt and has had a good season, scoring 14 goals and providing 14 assists. Barcelona still have not made a final decision on Marcus Rashford's future despite having the option to sign him permanently for around €30 million. The English forward wants to continue at Camp Nou, but the club's financial situation could make the deal complicated. Everything will depend on whether Barca can fully return to the 1:1 financial rule and how they prioritize their spending this summer. Even though Hansi Flick is believed to be satisfied with Rashford's performances, Barcelona are hesitant to spend such a large amount on a player who may not be considered a guaranteed starter. Manchester United are also refusing to lower their asking price, making negotiations even more difficult. With Barca focusing on strengthening other positions like centre-back and striker, the left-wing role may not be at the top of their transfer priorities. At the same time, Hansi Flick has reportedly been impressed by Real Betis winger Ez Abd after his strong display against Barcelona. The Moroccan international caused major problems for Jules Kounde during the match and even had a goal ruled out for offside. Flick closely followed his performance and was left with a very positive impression. Abd, who previously came through Barcelona before joining Betis, has recently been linked with a possible return to the club. Barca still own a percentage of his future sale, which could help lower the cost of a transfer. However, there are still doubts about whether Abd would accept a secondary role at Barcelona, especially with interest from Premier League clubs also growing. Barcelona are preparing for one of the most important transfer windows in recent history. Lautaro Martinez has emerged as a serious option for Hansi Flick. Marcus Rashford's future remains uncertain with Mourinho and Real Madrid reportedly interested, and Ez Abd could make a shocking return to Camp Nou after impressing against Barca. The Blaugrana still have major financial decisions to make, and every transfer could completely change the future of the squad ahead of next season. Do you think Lautaro Martinez is the perfect replacement for Lewandowski? Should Barcelona keep Marcus Rashford permanently? And would you like to see Ez Abd return to the club? Comment your opinions below, leave a like, and subscribe for more breaking Barcelona news, transfer updates, and football drama every day.